Good evening, everyone. I would like to welcome you to another session of Modus Operandi. This is going to be the second episode. This is a continuation of the previous episode in which we were discussing about the environmental laws and what are the laws which are, taking care of the animals and the environment. Now, our previous speaker was Bhaskar again. Because we could not conclude the entire session, this session is going to also go forward to upcoming sessions as well. So in this session, we are going to focus on animal cruelty. And in order to do that, we have Bhaskar, Advocate Bhaskar Thapa. Bhaskar, I would want you to go ahead because this is not the first time that we are interacting and talking about this particular thing, right? I mean, this is the continuation of the previous.
Correct.
So you can quickly introduce yourself just in case, people who have not, now known you, not seen your previous episode, can get a glimpse about what you have done. I mean, just briefly,
Yes, first of all, thank you, Manas, for inviting me again in this platform to deliver this lecture on environmental law. I'm very thankful to you that you have given such a platform to present my views and points. Thank you so much. And see, Manas, I'm Mr. Bhaskar Thapa, and I'm an advocate at Tinsukia Bar Associations. I have been practicing from 10 years in criminal side of law. So basically, when it comes to the criminal side of law, we deal with we deal with the dark aspect of the society, dark side of the society. So it will cover it covers all the crimes, criminals, and their bails, whatever means the cases are filed in the police station.
All the proceedings, basically.
All the proceedings we deal with in the criminal cases as well as in civil cases. I don't want to say that civil cases don't deal with any of the legal proceedings. It is the main part of the practice. Civil proceeding is the main part. So not wasting much of your time. So I would like to continue with the environmental law, Animal Welfare, Animal Protection Act, etc. So today's topic, as you have still told to the viewers, that I would like to highlight certain doctrines which has been framed by the honorable courts. So for animal rights, first of all, I'll speak about animal rights. So first thing, the honorable court has framed that no experiment on animals is allowed. It is strictly prohibited. As we can see in the in present scenario, in current scenario, that animals are used for experimenting for drugs, for making
various experimentation,
various experiments by medical persons, by medical associations and all. So this is actually prohibited. These are, according to the law, these are prohibited. Now next, breeding and killing of the animals. As we all know, for food, clothes that we get in the market that made of animal skins, that is strictly prohibited by the government, by the law itself of the country. So no animals should use, no one should use animals for hard labor. You cannot use animals for hard labors. You can keep it, you can groom them, you can feed them, but you cannot push them to do hard labors. Nowadays, it is very much.
Bhaskar, when you touch the point hard labor, we have been already seeing that even in the ecotourism sector. If you see about the elephant rides, if you see about a donkey or an horse pulling a cart, I mean, and our India being an agrarian society and agrarian country, in which the animals are always used. I mean, always used. Let it be a cow, let it be a buffalo, for that matter. I mean, in the paddy fields, in order to farming. So, what do you have to say about that aspect as well?
Means, see, first of all, though they may be treated as domestic as well as non-domestic animals. Okay, so first of all, we have to create an awareness. We have to see that these bulls, these cows, these buffaloes are not being harassed by any individual, because this we are bringing a bad name to the society. See, the community, the impact of cruelty, if we inflict cruelty upon those animals, means one side or other, the community is affected.
Right. And along with the community, true. Carry on. Yeah.
So my suggestions is that these things should be stopped at once, because these are the rules framed by the Honorable Court of India.
Right.
So we cannot means these are the usual practice by doing has been done by us. This has to be stopped.
Right.
So there are many
Correct.
NGOs who have been working for that. Okay. So next
And
point,
what role does an NGO would have to play in this particular scenario in which we get to see
yes,
yeah.
NGOs should take steps to means to rescue them if they see some of the these animals are being harassed, or they have been forced to forced labors, and they have been means engaged in doing hard labors, like carrying huge tons of means luggages and all.
Loads,
That has to
right,
be
right,
yes, that
right,
has to be stopped, Manas. That has to be stopped.
right. And is it punishable under the law?
See, in India, laws are framed. So
Right.
there are means it comes under Wildlife Protection Act. So, no, but in present scenario, it is not so much means because of lack of awareness. This
Lack of
practice
awareness.
has
Correct. Correct.
this practice
Correct.
is not
Correct.
means
I get your point. Right.
who means, as for example, who will go and file a case if a bullock or a horse cart is a chariot is taken is carried out by the horse?
See, this is
No
this
one
is
will, no
where
one,
right, right,
right, no one will
right.
be
I mean,
complained.
this is where exactly we have to speak about, right? These are very smaller points,
Smaller
but
points,
yet
and
people don't pay
it
heed to it. I mean, people are not even
correct,
concerned about
correct.
it. They would just see it for a while. They might take a photograph or they might
Yes,
do something, but that's it,
right,
right? I mean, that's
right,
the bottom line.
right.
Okay,
They won't go and
right.
file a case against that person
They won't
who
go.
has
Right.
inflicted an cruelty upon that animal. Who cares? No
Correct.
one cares
Correct.
in this country,
Right.
right?
Nobody. Usually,
Nobody
I've
take.
seen no one caring about
Yes,
this. Right.
especially for the animals. That you have come forward
Mm-hmm.
with your organizations, with your NGO, so
Mm-hmm.
you have to take care of all these things. So
Correct. Correct.
my
Of course. Of
yes,
course.
no, not only you, but every NGO should take care of this.
Every NGO. And see, it is with this aspect only. It is not only our responsibility. We are going to do it any which ways. But
Right.
I would want to educate and probably spread the awareness in others also that, when you start off with an NGO where you are working for the wildlife and the animals, these are certain points that you have to be activism, or you have to bring in the activism factor in it. Because
Correct.
until the time the certain part of activism is not there, I don't think people are going to understand this.
Right.
And people
Very
the
true.
reason I'm trying to talk about the law, because an advocate might be able to give us more in-depth knowledge about what are the laws associated with it and how should be people made aware of. So that's the reason we are trying to combine everything together.
Right.
So our entire idea is to make people aware, also tell them that these are the laws. If you break them, you
Yes.
could be booked and you could be behind bars. If there are legitimate proofs and evidences speaking against you and coming against you, you could be whole chargeable for this, right?
Right. Right. So
Right. Right.
in this thing, I want to say that see, animals are treated means whether it is domestic or means non-domestic animals are there. So they cover the act itself says that means any kind of animal of any kind of species that
Right.
means living species are to
Right.
be protected by under the law of the land. So
Right.
so for that rules have been framed by the honorable court. So,
Mm-hmm.
in fact, no one should use this animal for entertainment purpose. Also, nowadays in the
Correct.
circus,
Correct. Correct.
in circus,
Especially the circus, right?
circus, we can see that they are being used for entertainment. So this has been
Right.
prohibited by the
Even the
honorable court.
monkeys also. Even
Yes,
even even smaller
absolutely
monkeys,
correct.
they used to, or even the snakes, like the piper, the snake piper. He
Yes.
used to come in. I mean, he used to, make the snake travel around like that. I mean, that's not good. I mean, people do it only for their livelihood, but they're using an animal for that particular livelihood in what way?
Correct.
I mean, by abusing it, or are there any laws passed against it? So it's a very vast
This
topic
is
that we cannot,
yes.
we cannot conclude it in this particular session. So I would want you to go ahead to the other aspect as well. We will come back to this topic. I mean, in our next session will come up.
Okay.
So I think the next thing will be animal abuse. I think
Yes.
the abuse part, and also I'll come to the abandonment part later on. Let's talk about the
So
abuse part mainly.
we can see means animals are abused every day. Okay, so there are certain rights. Why these
Right.
rights for these animals are why these animals are very important. So I would like to say, see,
Right.
rights are very much important. Okay, important than interest, because rights imposes a burden on others. This rights imposes burden on others that the other parties must accept. It has been framed by the law of the land. Okay, so if animal if animal do have rights, then there are certain things that human beings should not do. They are being prohibited by the law. Means every animal has got their right. Every animal has right, got right, that like we have fundamental rights, we have directive principle of state policies, we have means various other rights. So they are also, they are being a living species, they have got their rights which have been framed by the law of the land. So we have to stick with that. We have no right to inflict cruelty upon them and abuse them. So abuse of these animals are very much is very means is a usual practice, you can say, in today's world. See, animals, they adopt that animal, that suppose a pet, you adopt and pet, and you kept it abandoned, you kept it means without feeding it, with that amounts to cruelty. So in that case, you can file a case in Animal Welfare Board also, regarding such inhuman treatment inflicted upon those animals. So it impacts, actually it impacts, as I said you, it impacts, the cruelty impacts the whole community actually. See, many researches has been done, and it has been the fact-finding committees have been compelled to present that there's a link between animal abuse and other violent acts. There is a similarity between animal abuse and other violent acts. So animal abuse does not hurt animals only, but the entire community, because victims like their dogs and pets, cats or pets and other animals, I would like, are abused only by manipulating them and controlling them to gain something for some malefied intention, that human beings are inflicting cruelty day by day upon them. So these are the impact. We are sending a bad message to the society by abusing them, by abusing in every minute. We are so much habituated with abusing all those animals, because who cares for them? Who cares? No one cares for them, because they cannot benefit us, they cannot provide us any profit, they cannot earn us from money, they cannot earn money for us. Okay, so we kept on this is a habitual practice, this habitual tendency of human being. So it has to be created, the awareness may be created, and everyone should be aware that this such cruelty may not be done to these animals.
True.
So the steps,
that's a very good point that you have raised in this. I mean, I really like this particular point, because in which you have clearly mentioned, it has been mentioned, right? It affects the community as well. The community is also getting affected by it. So we not doing something for the animals, if it's affecting the community, I think people should think about that aspect. By not helping out the animals, we are actually creating a bad situation for the community, for the people as a whole as well. So when is it that people are going to understand this particular fact? I fail to understand, because that's the reason wherever I go, wherever I am interacting with people and interacting with animals also, for that matter, not the endangered ones, because we cannot. When it comes to dogs and cats, and there are various other animals as well that sometimes I interact, the birds for that matter. Recently there was an incident in which a crow baby, I mean it came and fell near my veranda. I have posted about this also in many places, like, because I'm not an animal rescue expert, so I was asking for suggestions, like what could I do for this. So I couldn't see anyone coming up and telling me, giving me the rights. Only 2-3 people out of them who are not from the conservation background, or probably from from a normal background, from their experiences, they were trying to help me out in that way. But why are these pets and these animals which are not endangered not being taken care of? So my question is that, so because even if something happens to these animals, also is affecting the community, correct?
Yes, correct.
So if something is affecting the community, then if we are avoiding that, so we are avoiding the, the aftermath that is going to happen if you don't look into this.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I think that's a very good point that you have raised, and I think it's already mentioned in the law books as well. Correct.
Yes, as well. It has been
Right.
mentioned.
Okay.
So there are means
Okay.
I would like to highlight the steps taken by the government to stop this illegal trade. I will speak about illegal trade. Okay, I will come to the illegal
Illegal
trade.
wildlife trade. Right. Trafficking. Right.
It is done through introduction of joint management programs have been introduced by the government nowadays. Current scenario, I'm speaking about current, involving the localities. As I told in the previous session also, that in once when we engage the localites of the community who resides near the forest, like this national park
The
sanctuaries,
fringe village
fringe
areas. You
village,
mean the
right,
fringe village
right.
areas near
They, they,
the national
they,
park?
these people must be educated first. See,
Hmm.
once any crime takes place in the forest area, they are the people who are going to inform the police or the forest department. So they must be they must be well educated. Means they must be given awareness, and they must be taken good care of, so that these animals may not be harmed. So these are the some certain programs, management programs have been taken by the government. Means they have restored this responsibility to the NGOs, Manas.
Okay.
To the NGOs. So these are the jobs of the NGOs. They have to educate those peoples. They are the laymen. They don't know about how to inform the police. They may not know how to write an FIR. They may not know how to lodge a complaint before the magistrate. So NGOs are the perfect platform, perfect organizations who will take care of all these situations, and they will take that person or that witness who are the prime witness who has seen such poaching, like killing of animals like elephants or one-horned rhino. They have to, they can immediately, they will get a courage, Manas. They will get a courage. If any NGOs or any advocates who related to environmental, who related to criminal field, they can approach them and they can lodge an FIR immediately, or they can lodge a complaint before the magistrate also.
All right.
So these are the joint management programs that has been framed by the government in the current scenario. So various projects has also been introduced for conservation also by the government. Okay, so like such as for the endangered, especially for the endangered species, so like rhinos, tiger, one-horned rhinos. They are in the verge. Yes, elephants. They are on the verge of extinction. So government has taken care of all these steps. They have introduced many steps, but I have highlighted only 2 steps. These are the programs that are taken by the government. So, while speaking about wildlife trafficking, this wildlife trafficking threatens the survival of some of the Earth's most iconic species, I would like to say. Wildlife trafficking, means whatever the species which has been surviving on this planet, iconic species which are on the verge of extinction, that has to be protected. So trafficking, as we can say, illegal trades with creates a devastating effect on the community, on the community. Local, it means paralyzes the local economy. One hand or the other, it paralyzes the local economy. It brings a bad name. First of all, it brings a bad name, and it means it has means one who commits such a crime, wildlife crime, he has violated the Wildlife Protection Act, Environmental Law Act, and whatever Forest Act and whatever laws framed by the government. Yes, these are the this type of wildlife trafficking government has taken care of. The government is able to see that local economies of that area economy really suffers a lot when a killing or wildlife trade is taken care carried out by the criminals.
Right, and Bhaskar, I would like to add to this, since I have also worked in the fringe village areas in many many national parks areas. So when we interact with them, the only the very honest feedbacks were given to me as well. I would like to put some light over that, because when you are living in a place where it's surrounded by the forest, or it's a forest area, it's a national park, or it's a wildlife reserve. So the people are some way or somewhat dependent on that wildlife and that forest, right?
Right.
Some way or the other, they are always associated. So now,
Correct.
if a person's alternate livelihoods options that, you know, usually an NGO or probably the National Urban Livelihood Mission, NULM, and other departments are doing, so along with them also, the NGOs will have to play a very important role, because we will be the people who would actually go and try to interact with them. And while
Right.
interacting, they also give us feedback that, you know, there was a poaching incident in nearby one of the Kaziranga Fringe village areas. So people out there, they know what's going on, who is the one who's being approached, because they don't have any alternate livelihood. They wanted some money. Some poachers try to approach them and give them some money, or probably get information from them first, that where do we find this particular tiger, or let's say where would we, what is the location of this particular rhino. When they know it, then at night they will come and try to get into that particular place. And then also, how are they even able to come out? They're able to come out through those areas only, correct?
Yes, yes.
All
They are
right,
the
if the
restricted
forest
area.
officials are not able to do it, but they would come out from that particular community area itself, right? So if the community is have alternate livelihood options, if they have good money source coming up, they would not have to get into these kind of illegal activities, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
I think more awareness is the only way, and along with that, you know, alternate
Stringent law.
livelihood generation for them,
Mm-hmm.
so that they do not engage into that kind of, you know,
Yes, yes.
activity. And where
Activities.
does it goes from? You know it very well. It goes from Churachandpur, it goes from Arunachal, it goes from More, it goes from
Yes.
Myanmar, from Arunachal, from Changlang area. There are many places I could name. And also about the wet markets. The
Yes.
wet markets are the worst. I don't
Yes.
know what's going on. I mean, why wouldn't they stop it? There are, in Arunachal it goes on, in Nagaland it goes on rampantly. See, even if some of my friends are from Arunachal and Nagaland, if they feel bad, it's nothing to feel bad about. Please
Right.
understand it. There are certain things which are going on. Even it goes on in Assam as well. There are certain people who are very fond of migratory birds. I've seen that in Nimati Ghat area, in Jorhat area. Yeah. So Bhaskar, if you see, if you look into the aspects, I mean, the illegal traffic areas. So I've mentioned certain places. I mean, these are not the only places there. There are many more. There are many wet markets also which are in function. There are many places where illegal wildlife trafficking is going on rampantly, in which there are animal abuse going on.
Right.
But Bhaskar, we want to come to a bottom line in which, you know, what are the steps that we should be taking, and what do we have with us from the government's end, or probably as an individual also, you know, toward
Right.
having a responsibility towards the nature and also towards the community? What should we do as a whole? What do you suggest, I mean, from the law aspects?
Yes, from the law aspect, I would like to suggest that there are different rules and regulations framed by the governments regarding illegal trafficking and all. First of all,
Right.
we have to stick to first of all we have to stick to the law. If
Mm-hmm.
any crime or any illegal activities, any illegal trade that has been committed, we have
Mm-hmm.
to take means our self initiatives to prevent all these crimes. So
Mm-hmm.
if if my suggestion is that if we scared of approaching police department or forest
Mm-hmm.
department regarding this such crimes,
Mm-hmm.
it would create a very bad impact on the society. See, w-
Mm-hmm.
the animals are means if this type of killings, this type of crimes are going continuing for decades and decades, this type of animal will also
Yeah, it's also.
is also going on in every state of
Mm-hmm.
India. So
Mm-hmm.
first of all, we have to know what are the laws, what are the rules framed by the government. Means we have to stick to that. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
we have Wildlife Protection Act, we have certain Environmental Law Act, Forest Act are there. Under what sections
Mm-hmm.
it is the criminals
Covered.
can be booked. We covered
Mm-hmm.
these books. If you can't purchase that book, in the market you will find bare eggs, where it is very
Mm-hmm.
much clearly written that under section
Mm-hmm.
611, under section, the last time I have discussed about means various sections
Mm-hmm.
about
Correct.
cruelty towards
Correct.
animals, like illegal
Correct.
trafficking of the animals. Those
Mm-hmm.
sections you can apply and you can file cases against those criminals, wildlife
Mm-hmm.
criminals, I would like to
Mm-hmm.
say. So these are the steps. Means first of all, means this will be the main solutions to of controlling the illegal trade. First of all, we have to be aware of the laws. We have to be we must means attain such courage, courage to report that crime to the nearest police station. Okay, so reporting and means first of all we have to be aware. Awareness may be created, and next we must means have that courage to present the whatever the crimes has been taken place to the nearest police station. Then the process of legal proceedings goes on. They will go in search of that criminals. If they can trace out, they will again go for the investigation. Further, they will go for the investigation. They will file a charge sheet. They will arrest it before filing that charge sheet. They will arrest that criminal. Section 161 under section 161 of CRPC, Criminal Procedure Code. The witnesses who have seen such crimes happening will be examined by the police, and then 164 statement will be taken. So they will be forwarded to the, then they will be forwarded to this, those documents will be forwarded to the court, and the accused persons will file a bail petitions, and this this process will go on. So my suggestion is that, so first of all, my suggestion is that please pledge for your support. Pledge your support. Support to the government, support to the legal fraternity, support means this support we have to show to the people, to the laymen, to the as you have worked in the very like forest areas. You have said that you have worked in those remote areas where we will have to create them so that they may not fear to approach us and report the matter to the magistrate and the police station as well.
Right. I would like to add something to this. I mean, along with that, we have also tried to create certain kind of people's network in that area. Let's suppose in let's say Dibru Soikho area, let's say for example, near the Bagjan area or something. Now there are many migratory birds coming in, right? Usually the phenomenon, usually the mindset of people is, oh, there's a very good bird. Yeah, I want to have it. I want to taste it. It is just because, you know, for that taste. So that particular taste that, you know, someone has heard, like, you know, yeah, those I have killed one, I've eaten one. That's really nice. It's really awesome to eat and everything. So that's how the curiosity generates. It's coming at certain particular place. So I believe the solution could be creating certain intelligence networks there, in which where people would pass their information, because they cannot take those information, they cannot take those steps. So pass it on to the correct people who can actually go ahead and do that for those people. I think that is the best solution what we could find. Usually a person from a, you know, a backward area, or probably people with less awareness, or probably less knowledge about, or less monetary benefits also, he might, you know, not be interested in doing that. But just for giving that particular information, he should be awarded also, so that we could engage that person into that particular activity and make that source of income as his livelihood option. Like, you know, passing information about any kind of illegal activity happening, whoever is doing it, pass us their information so that we can take action from our end, or probably if you cannot do it, let us do it. So I believe that is one very crucial factor. And first, of course, it has to be awareness. And third, of course, second, of course, it has to be the law, the judiciary. And the third, the intervention of various other agencies also. Not only police, not only the law, but also from other intelligence agencies like the customs, or be it any kind of BSF, or any kind of intelligence sources who are actually working and gathering these kind of information as well, correct? So I believe information is what we are lacking, and we are lacking correct information and the right evidences. I mean, without the evidences, a person would just be free, and he'll be keep on rampantly, he'll keep on doing it. So it's not only happening in Nagaland or probably Arunachal, it's happening in Assam. In a lot of places in Assam, it's going on. So I'm also criticizing the places. I'm also criticizing that particular activity. I'm not criticizing the, you know, the states or the entire Northeast. There are many things going on in many places.
Right.
We all are also aware of it, but it is also the responsibility of the media as well to
Correct.
actually highlight certain good
Mhm.
aspects in which
Mhm.
you try to encourage and tell people that you come out,
Mhm.
with information, come out and do something innovative which is related to the environment, give us certain information, or probably you file an FIR against certain things that you think which is not good enough.
Right.
So it is only with awareness, with education, also their children, even the parents, even the people earning the daily wage, laborers
Mhm.
also, everyone should be made aware of. So
Yes. Correct.
it is a much longer process. It is a
Mhm.
much larger process in which the scientists will also have to come in. They will come up with various ways of dealing with it. The
Yes.
researchers will have to come in. People who, it should be a collaborative effort. I mean,
Correct.
not I alone, an NGO, or probably you alone cannot do it, right? We cannot do it
Right.
as a whole. So this is a
Mhm.
shout out to all the people. Please
Correct.
understand it. If we don't take the actions now, it's going to
Yes.
be very late. We are already late. There are many
Absolutely.
species which we would not be able to save. One of the species of rhino is again going to get in Indonesia. One of the
Okay.
species is also going through a major threat now, Sumatran rhinos also.
Okay.
There are many other species like that, right? River dolphins for that matter, even river dolphins. You would see them in a very, very bad state, like the pangolins. There are
Right.
many birds, there are many migratory birds which are going to go extinct. So I believe, Bhaskar, this
Yes.
entire intention was to make people, like today we touch this particular topic in which
Yes.
we spoke about the animal cruelty, animal abuse, why, and abandonment also. Yes, before we wrap it up, there's
Yes.
one more thing I would like to ask. Usually I've seen there is people used to take, buy pets. I would not endorse that people buying and calling them their, their owner or something. That should not be a ownership kind of a thing. It's more about taking care of that animal. I
Mhm.
mean, making him a part of
Mhm.
your family and kind of, right? So what do you
Mhm.
do with people when they, get those pets and later on they abandon? There is no law as such that you can book someone
Yeah.
under certain
Mhm.
sections that, that why did you abandon this particular dog, why did you abandon this particular cat? That is like, discarding a human life, or probably any living creature which was there
Mhm.
and giving you happiness for quite some time, and now you can't take care of it, so you just leave it out. I think morally that's a
Mhm.
crime. I mean, legally, I'm not sure if there are any laws. I have not come across any particular law where certain person is booked under that. So what do you have to say about that aspect?
Means, in that aspect, I would like to say that, see, these are all means human ethics that they should
Hmm.
know.
Hmm.
Okay, to
Hmm.
not to abandon that animal which they have adopted. There are certain
Right.
states who means
Hmm.
state-wise they have framed, the government has framed certain rules regarding
Hmm.
means
Hmm.
not to means to stop abandoning of those animals, pet animals.
Animals.
So
Correct. Correct.
these are means many state means, first of all you have to obtain license to adopt. You have to
Licenses.
sign
Correct.
an adoption licenses before adopting
Adoption
those
license.
pets.
Right. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
if
Hmm.
they are harmed, yes, if they are
Hmm.
harmed or they are been abandoned, then
Hmm.
that means when adoption is done, certain NGOs, certain animal welfare board, some
Hmm.
personals from that department will sit in the adoption
Hmm.
process. And if
Hmm.
any such cruelty or any abandon is seen, they means the owner has to compensate the animal welfare board for, means you can say as a penalty or is a fine.
Hmm.
So these are the means
Hmm.
minimal. These are the petty things that we can say is a petty offense by doing
Pretty often,
means
yeah,
abandoning
because
those. Yeah,
there are
means
there are
there are
no
no stringent
legal
and
there are
hard
no
fast.
legal
Yeah,
constraints. Yeah, hard and fast rule is
yeah.
not there.
There
I
must
mean,
be. There
I
must
feel
be.
bad for it because I, being a canine lover, I'm
Mm,
all completely into animals. I would take care of birds. I would take care of, I mean, whatever I can. So
mm,
like, it is with this intent only that we are trying to aware people. We are trying
right.
to tell people that, please wake up now. It is
Mhm.
now, otherwise it's going to be really late. That's the
Yes.
reason we wanted it to connect, interlink every aspect. Like, how
Mhm.
is it going to be connected? How are you going to play a role? How is
Mhm.
he going to play a role? How is judiciary going to play a role? How is the research going to play a role? How is the
Right.
community aspect going to play a role?
Mhm.
So we are trying to explain all the roles so that everyone would place themselves according to their roles.
Yes,
Are you getting my point? I'm not asking someone to leave their own thing and come out of their zone and go to a different zone. No, you find your role. You find your role from this session. I mean, I'm talking to viewers here. You find your own role. Think about what role you can play here, in what way you can volunteer. There is an option that we have also launched called the digital volunteer. You can be a digital volunteer. Give us information, give us all the details that you have seen. We'll try to work on it. We'll collaborate with the government. We'll talk to the police official. We'll speak to the advocates. We'll try to come up and file a case against it, or probably make it even more stringent that way.
Right.
And there are many people who would not want to contact via a video call or something. We have also come up with an option for the podcast. In the podcast, you do not have to speak to me over a video. You can just speak to me over a phone call. We will record that particular phone call and we will go live in a different platform. There are in Spotify, in Anchor FM, there are many options there. So people who do not have internet connectivity at times, they're not able to, or they do not have any active, very good cell phones in which they could, do these kind of video sessions.
Yes.
So there's another option we are trying to give them. We're trying to give them an option of a podcast. They just have to give us a call on that particular number and we will go ahead and discuss the things with them also. So these are certain unique things which we are trying to do, which we are trying to combine so that we are able to access a lot of people, their information, their thought process, and how, you are always, I mean, thank you so much for, your inputs, because you have been very helpful and very cooperative, Bhaskar.
Thank you.
On talking about this.
Right.
And we are looking forward that, in future also, I mean, after this, we will have 2 more sessions with you. Right. Because we are not done yet with you. So we really don't want you to go. So this is the second session. The next session is going to be even more interesting because I have certain more interesting points to come up with. Right.
Yes. I will discuss more
so
of next time.
Right. Yeah, there are many things, Bhaskar. I mean, we have to keep on going. We have to keep on going. We have to keep on encouraging new people to come into it. And with this, I would like to go ahead and end this particular session today. And thank you so much, Bhaskar, for your time and also for your inputs. And the very important point that you have made, I will summarize this entire thing by one of the very most important points that you have made. If we don't take care, if we do the animal abuse, if we don't look after the animals, it is going to affect the community. It is going to affect us. So I would end this session with this particular message from Bhaskar and from his advocacy experience. This is, my friends, this is actually mentioned in the law books. So you have to understand there are certain reasons why the Supreme Court on the Constitution, and there are many laws made looking into many aspects. We do not know those aspects, so please Google it maybe. If you Google it more, you have a cell phone, if you are able to see this particular show, I'm sure you can Google all those things, right? And if you do not, please leave us any kind of questions. You can ask those kind of questions with Bhaskar on the video that we are going to share very soon now. And then you can put up the questions. You can also go to Bhaskar's link as well. We will provide you with one of Bhaskar's profile link in which you can also get in touch with him via Facebook, in which he'll answer a few questions that way. And any kind of legal aspect that you want to speak about, because he's based in Tinsukia, so he can suggest you more if it's more related to the Tinsukia court. If not, then any kind of legal assistance should be forwarded by Bhaskar that way.
Thank you.
And Bhaskar, thank you so much for this session though. It was very nice. It was very enlightening, in which we came to know a lot of things. Of course, I spoke a lot because of the experiences, so I wanted to highlight.
Before concluding this, I would like to say that in my next sessions, I will come up with more interesting topics with more sections.
True.
I will make aware everyone. I will make everyone
absolutely
aware of the environmental laws and Wildlife Protection Act.
Definitely,
so
Bhaskar.
That will be
definitely, Bhaskar. We'll look forward for that. And thank you so much for your time, though.
You're welcome, Manas. Thank you so much.
All right.